Hey, everybody. As most people have been focused over the last few days, uh, so have I been as far as the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I wanted to speak to a couple of things that you don't hear being said a whole lot. And first off, my heart, my condolences go out to Charlie's family and his wife and two young children. I live in northwest of Chicago. Charlie is from Arlington Heights, and I have friends and family that live in Arlington Heights. And my mother and father were Palatine, Arlington Heights, when they were younger, and so this really does hit close to home. uh, but there are a couple of things that I don't hear spoken much of. Number one is that the shooter has family also. I don't agree with what he did. I don't believe that violence is ever a response merely to speech. I believe that self defense is appropriate, and so you can defend yourself physically, but to be the aggressor and take a violent approach because you disagree with somebody's spoken word is that is never acceptable. And I it's troublesome how many people are celebrating this. And Charlie stood for having open discourse with those that agree or disagree with him, and he would speak and then set the mic down while the opponent that he was debating with would then discuss a topic with him. And that was a sign of respect, and I very much appreciated that in him. So, yeah, number one, the shooter has family also, and Charlie's family will be largely supported and comforted through this. There are some psychos that are celebrating his death, which is I don't even I can't comprehend that. But for the most part, the nation will rally around supporting Charlie's family. But we tend to forget that the shooter has family as well, and that they will be, I'm sure, largely ostracized by society. And let's make it very clear that the shooter's father was the one that talked him into turning himself into the police. So those that the shooter was close to were not supporting his decision to do this. So we need to uplift the shooter's family in our prayers and think well of them and not negatively. Item number two is that there's this massive left versus right hatred. And I'm 54 years old, and I remember when I was younger, the political spectrum was much narrower. You could be on the right and disagree with somebody on the left, but there was an overlap between the two, and you could live in that overlap where the left and the right would overlap one another. You could discuss topics within that center point that you overlapped. Now the right and the left have spread so far apart they can't even see each other. And for years I've been saying that what we need to do is lop off the extreme right and the extreme left and live in that center third, because I believe that that's where true public discourse can occur in a reasonable manner. Also, the 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 um, the political and the ideological spectrum it's a spectrum, and it's not black or white. I think there are certain things that are black and white, but the discussion though regarding politics is not a sharply black or white thing in every category. Again, I believe that there are certain things, and but it's a spectrum, right? Uh, I happen to lean on the right, but I'm right of center. I'm not way over here. I'm right of center. I have several friends that are left of center, but we're not all that far apart. there is still that overlap that we can live within and discuss topics within. I believe that the extreme in either direction is problematic. So, and beyond that, we need to stop with this. You're on the left, I'm on the right. And again, it's a spectrum anyway. It's not a hard right or left. There is a spectrum. And so it's where do you fall in that spectrum? And where do you draw the line as far as when somebody is truly left and you hate them, or truly right and you hate them? Good grief. Where's the exact line drawn? So since it is a spectrum, why don't we be a little bit more gracious and reasonable and listen to each other discuss topics? And beyond that, we should stop looking at people from that vantage point. I've been guilty of this as well. Why don't we discuss the topics instead? This is one thing that there's been a wholesale shift in our culture, where we don't discuss topics nearly as much as we once did. And I mean, this is very recent, surely within the last 20 years, but it has really hit a fever pitch in the last couple years, where people aren't, those on the right aren't just about being on the right. They just hate those on the left, and vice versa. Those on the left aren't on the left for the issues. They just hate the right. You know, it's, and I see it on both sides, and each side will accuse the other one of being guilty of it, but I see it on both sides. So what Charlie Kirk stood for was his faith in Jesus Christ. I'm a conservative Christian as well. Jesus didn't condone violence. In fact, in the garden when he was being arrested, and Peter took out a sword and cut off the ear of the high priest's servant, Jesus reprimanded him, told him to put his sword away, picked up the ear off the ground that was severed off the servant, and reattached it and healed him. Jesus submitted to being tortured and killed for his faith. This is the faith that Charlie Kirk stood for, and this was the faith that he had that generated the love he had for people. So this is it's a dark time in our country's history when we are resorting to violence to quiet, to shut down free speech. So as I said, we need to discuss topics and not you're right or you're left. And actually, people, I'm right of center, but I hold certain left views. My wife and I, our daily drivers are EVs. That's typically more of a left-leaning thing. I believe in recycling things. I mean, there's certain things that I hold strong to that are more typically left-leaning subject matter. And but obviously, I had already told you that I'm right of center. So certain topics, most topics I'm more on the right than the left. But the reality is, some of my left-leaning friends hold rightward positions on certain things. And so I think that we need to be gracious with one another, listen to each other, and those that are in my life that disagree with me politically, there are many that I love them dearly. We need to get past this hatred for people, and let's discuss the topics at hand. Let's love people and discuss the topics at hand. So anyway, that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. This is a heavy topic, something that I don't normally do on my channel, but thanks for listening. And if you're a praying person, pray for Charlie's family, but also pray for the family of the shooter, because they don't deserve all of the negativity that they're getting in the public sector right now. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Hopefully my next video will be about something fun and exciting. I've got a lot of products I want to discuss, but I just think it's inappropriate to discuss anything that's so minor when we're dealing with weighty issues right now in this country. So thanks for watching.